Hey everybody, what's going on? Hernan Vazquez here. Thank you and welcome once again to another video. Okay, this video is gonna be plain and simple because I got a really good question from one of you guys, which was, how do I choose the best domain name for my website? For my project, for whatever you're trying to put out there, how do I choose the best domain name? Okay, so that's a great question that I want to address right here, right now. So let's get into it. Choosing the best name for a domain, it's not an easy task because you need to have in mind several factors. For example, if you come from an SEO background like myself, you will be tempted to reserve or to purchase something like bestcamerareviews.com, all right, or best sciatica pain pills reviews.com or something like that, which those domains are also called exact match domains or EMDs, which is that you have the exact keyword that you want to rank your website for in the domain. So that's option number one. Now option number two is that you can actually out there and grab a ton of those extensions, the new extensions, okay? So it would be something like best camera.reviews, for example, okay, or camera.network, those new extensions that you have out there. So when it comes to actually selecting the best domain, if you're trying to rank your website and if you're trying to actually build a brand, I would suggest, and I always suggest this to my students, that you go out there with a branded domain. So it would be something like hernanscamera.com, okay, or something like thecameraspot.com. That way you can have a branded domain. And it's really, really important because let's say that you are reviewing cameras right now, but then at some point you want to start a photography course. Okay, you're really good at cameras and you want to start reviewing cameras and selling them on Amazon as an affiliate, but then you want to pivot your business into a photography business. So having an exact match domain will prevent you from doing that, and it will be really, really awkward to go ahead and purchase something like bestcamerareviews.com and start talking about photography, okay, or selling a photography course, because when people actually put that domain or find it on Google, they will be looking for camera reviews, okay, not a photography course. So it's kind of weird when it comes to actually pivoting and you have an exact match domain. Now, on the other hand, if you decide to go with a new extension like .ninja, for example, or .horse, for example, there's benefits and downsides associated to that. The truth is that people, they still trust more in the .coms than the new extensions. And that's gonna be kind of hard to beat because, you know, people are lazy, they are just their habits in between, they're ingrained to actually put .com on their browsers or .net, .org, whenever that happens, okay? So actually people trusting in those domains will be kind of hard. It doesn't really mean that they do not rank, because I have seen more and more domains like that rank on Google. But the truth of the matter is that at some point, if you try to exit that business, meaning if you try to sell that domain, whether it is a micro niche or a super authority niche, it will be harder to sell if you have an extension and one of the new extensions like .ninja or .rocks, whatever. Okay, it's kind of harder to sell unless you have a really, really strong brand. So have in mind that something like Facebook, it was, you know, a university, a memorial thing before it actually became a brand. Google, it's nothing. Okay, it's like a deformation of a word. Now, Twitter was the chirp of a bird singing a couple of years ago. So those brands or those names in and of themselves, they do not represent what they are selling. However, when you have a brand out there, you can turn it to be whatever you want it to be via, you know, marketing, or via having a strong presence, or via adding a ton of value to your visitors. So my best advice would be, first off, you need to understand what kind of goals you have with the niche. And second of all, you will need to see exactly what kind of brand you want to put out there. So my suggestion would be, when it comes to choosing a domain, have part of the keyword there and then have a branded attached to it. So in case you want to review cameras, instead of going for best Canon reviews or best Canon camera reviews, go for something like Hernan's camera. Okay, do not try to register that because I already did. I'm just kidding. You can go ahead and blame into it. But the thing is that try to be as branded as possible. If you have a budget, if you're thinking this like really long term and you want to turn this into a really big asset, go full branded. That means that do not have the keyword in the domain. But again, if you want to do something like a niche that's going to be an authority niche, even a micro niche, I would suggest that you go ahead with a partial branded domain. That will give you several benefits. That will give you to put the opportunity to put more products into that website, and also to have less risk of being penalized because of over optimization, which is kind of topic for another video. Okay guys, this was supposed to be a short video. I hope that I make sense with my ramblings, and you know, it happens. It just happened. You get me to listen to talk, and I talk all day long about these topics because I'm really passionate about. And I'm also really passionate about that you're commenting, that you're supporting this project, that you're supporting this YouTube channel. So I'm gonna leave a link over here so that you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Twitter, you can join the Facebook group where we have a ton of interaction about these topics, and also you can subscribe to the YouTube channel to hear me rambling and to get a lot more value from these videos. Okay guys, thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye bye.